right, in this video, we are going to learn about lists. Now, up at the top in the navigation, you'll see My Lists. What is this? We created this because we wanted to be able to send people a group of properties at a time. Okay, so think of it as a basket. And this is a very powerful feature that gets overlooked, but it can be really powerful, especially when the buyers were going crazy and everybody had just buyers out the wazoo from all over the place, and they all wanted the same thing. You know, I want a $2 to $4 million house in Terrytown or Clarksville. Okay, so basically the 1B area, and you want to set up a search for them for off market, and you don't want to have to go to each one and send each one the link. Now, this is a great, powerful way to do this, and this is how you do it. So, in essence, think of it as a basket of properties, and we're going to share that basket with a bunch of people. That's what you can do with this thing at one time. You can be at dinner and look at add a property to a basket, and as soon as you do, it'll send out an email to everybody that's attached to that basket saying that there's a new property in the basket. Okay, so this is how you do it. We're gonna go just create a quick search. We're gonna go to actives, and we'll go to the 1B area. And we'll say our price was from 2 to 4 million. Just like that, we're going to hit apply filter. We have 12 results, okay? So now what we're going to do is I want to throw all of these in a basket, and I want to create a list. Well, I already have my search. I don't want to go to my list and create a list there because I'm already here. So I'm just going to go ahead. We can do that from this page. We're going to select all. We want to include all of these. Now you can see if you want to unselect a couple, you just don't think that this is right, that needs too much work, right? Or something like that. You can unselect it. All right, so I'm going to unselect this Towns Lane one. We'll add it later. And then I'm going to hit this red floating button down here in the bottom right. That's what this is for. So I'm going to put this down here. And notice there's no lists in here, and it just says create new list. So we're going to create a new list, give this list a name, and everybody that sees this list will see the name of the list. So let's not name it after one client if you plan on having multiple clients attached to that list. If you only have one client attached to it, fine, go ahead. What I'm going to say is homes in Terrytown, Clarksville. And then you can put a description if you'd like. Let them know a little bit more about the script, about the list and what it contains. You know, contains all active properties off market. And then we're going to hit save changes. All right, so now we have a list with all of those properties in it. So if I want to see that list, I'm going to go to My Lists, and now I see it here. And if I click on that to open that list up, now we have some other properties up here. The filters have gone away, that we're no longer on the home page. We're on the list page. If I want to edit the list details, I can do that here. Okay, close that up. I can delete the list. If I don't need it anymore or something was wrong with it, I can just go ahead and delete it. This little gray box tells you it's shared with, and the number is 0 because it's currently not shared with anybody at the moment. All right. And this will let us select a customer. Now, we don't have a customer, Sherry O'Terry. If you've been following some of our other videos, she's our assistant. Okay. So we can share it with our assistant. Okay. We can do that, or we can also create a new customer. So I'm going to go ahead and create a customer, and we're just going to call him, he's my actor friend, Jeff Daniels, and let's pretend that this is his email, and we'll give him just some stupid fake password. And then we're going to hit create customer. Great. Now we've created a customer. We can sit here and create customers all day. So let's do that. Let's create another one, and let's do Matthew McConaughey, and I don't even know how to spell his name, but who cares right now? And at gmail.com. And we'll do a password here for him. Password should be all right, all right, all right. Let's do create customer. Now I'm done creating customers, okay? So I'm going to go back to my lists. I'm going to go back into my, select my list that I want to add these people to. Now if I go under select customers, I can see them, okay? Well, I really screwed up his name. So what I want to share it with Jeff Daniels, and I'm going to select his name and then hit share. All right, so now that that's done, we can see that it's no longer gray and it says shared with one. You can click on that to see who it's shared with, okay? Shared by you to Jeff Daniels on whatever. And then we can click this to unshare it if we like, okay? Let's not unshare it just yet. We also want to share it with Matthew McConaughey, and we're going to click the share button again. And now this list is shared with 2 people. So what's cool is when you create a customer, they get a welcome email from ATX Pocket saying that Kevin Nealon, whatever your name is, has created an account for you and a list for you. Here's your login. Then they can log in, and all they will see, they will be taken right to their list page. They will see the list page. And you can have them on multiple lists, and they will get to bounce around from list to list, and they will see this view, what you see. They just will not have this little bar up here, okay? So they get a nice little Zillow-like looking page where they can check out the properties, just like this, okay? So it's really nice experience for them. They get to just see whatever you're putting in their basket, all right? So when you do this, it will send, when you put new properties into a list, into the basket, it will send everybody that's attached to that list an email saying there's been a new property added and go check it out, okay? So if we go back to our homepage and let's set up that search again. Price from $2 to $4 million in the area 1B, apply filters. Now remember we skipped this house before. Well, now let's pretend it's new. We're going to add it. So we're going to hit that check mark. We're going to come down here to the floating red. And now you can see it has your list that we just made. It will show all the lists that you have, and you can select one or multiple lists at a time, and it'll add it to all of the lists, which means it will then send out emails to everybody attached to those lists that a property has been added. We're just going to hit save changes. Great. Now, that's all I had to do. It just sent an email to everybody, to those 2 guys, Jeff Daniels and Matthew McConaughey just got emails about that new property that I just put in there. Okay. I didn't have to go email anybody. I didn't have to do anything. I just had to add that property to that list that they're attached to. And that's it. That's sort of a powerful thing about this is the more people you have attached to it, you can just, with one touch, snap of a finger, notify all these people about a new property that just came on, which is kind of cool. This kind of goes along with buyer needs, which we'll get into in a different video for buyer needs. So we're just going to stick with lists, and that's pretty much all there is to know about lists. If you want to unshare, let's say Matthew McConaughey says, "Hey man, I already live here, dude. I don't need a car, need a house." We're like, okay. So we can go to this list click on the shared with to, and we're going to take him off the list. We're going to hit the X, and that's it. Now he's off. We close it up, done. It's very simple. If you have any questions, you can go to the contact us page if you're already here, drop us a line, or you can just always email us at admin@atxpocket.com and we'll get back to you. And that's it. Thanks a lot.